Security Tutorials. Hope you have your Linux box up and running so you can follow along today. We're going to work on our boot screen this morning, changing that. I've already booted up the system here, a little virtual system with test dummy. I've shut off the conky widgets that we set up on the previous tutorial just to have a nice clean screen to work from. So first thing we're going to do is let's go grab some cool wallpapers to use on here. And first of all, let me show you now. We have Chromium on here, which installs directly through Synaptic. But let's say you wanted Chrome. We'll just kind of push that in here, just so you can see how easy this is also. So Chrome, go to download. How about that? There we go. And here we go, download Chrome. And you see it gives us a choice. And we're already at 64-bit. Got our deb file for Debian Ubuntu. And we're going to click accept and install. Now, I've been taught that Ubuntu is the correct pronunciation, but you know what, to each his own. I said Ubuntu for years. I know a lot of you do. That's how I picked it up here, and other people say it that way. So, you know, it's okay if you pronounce it the other way. But just so you know, the correct pronunciation, so I've been told, is Ubuntu. And it's actually not Debian, it's Debian, is what I've been told. But you'll quite often hear me say Debian. But anyway, we've got our installer here. So that's in Downloads folder. So let's close that. Accessories. Oh, no, excuse me, System Tools, my bad. The GWN package installer. We'll open that up. And file open. Navigate to our Downloads folder. There's the file we just downloaded. We'll let that open it. This is a binary file, okay? That .deb file, if you use Windows, it's the same as a .exe in Windows, okay? This is a binary file. Now we're going to do install, and let's put in test dummy's password. Let me in 123, and just let it do its thing. And it won't take long. Take just a moment. Boom. And a little terminal thing, and you know, like I've always tried to teach you, it's good to open this up just in case it asks you a question in here, so you're not sitting there staring at it while it's doing nothing. Because it does occasionally ask you to answer yes or no to something before proceeding. So it's a good idea to keep an eye on it. There we go. Give it just another moment. And you'll see another button appear here. There we go. Now it's complete. Okay. Once it says reinstall or remove package, then it's complete. So we can close the package installer. And now if we go down to the internet section, see we have regular Google Chrome also. We'll add that to the launch panel. And whoop, where did it go? Okay, that didn't turn out the way it was supposed to. Let's try that one more time. That was odd. There we go. Not quite sure why it did that. And we're going to right click on it and choose move so we can drag it around, and see, I'll put it right in our little drawer here with the other browsers that we have. So now we have Chrome, we have Chromium, we have Firefox, and Tor. So let's go ahead and try out the Chrome. No, we don't want to send off statistics to people and use up our resources. And sure, we'll make it the default browser. Why not? Wow, look at there. How about that? Okay. So, and we're not going to turn sync on or any of that fancy stuff. Let's see here. Now, we are going to do a search for some more cool wallpaper. We'll put in hacker wallpaper. We'll get some cool stuff. Click on images. Alright, so let's go ahead and, you know what, I'm actually going to go full screen here so that we can give it a minute to catch up. There we go. Alright, so let's grab some stuff. Let's see. Now remember, we're thinking boot screen, so we want to pick some images we think would be good for boot screen. and we'll let it go to downloads there. Well, actually, we could put it right directly into our wallpaper folder, which is inside of pictures, and it's not going to let us access that. So yeah, we'll just let it go to download and we'll move them later. Here's an interesting one in the same collection, it looks like. It's kind of small, but you know what? That's okay. As long as it's not like thumbnail size, we should be okay. That's a little busy. It's kind of fuzzy even after it loads up. Now, here's an interesting one. Kind of like that. We'll save that one. And let's look through and see what else we get here. This is a good one. Okay. We'll select this one. It's got a lot of darker areas around here, so the text that comes through would show up. So that'd be a good thing, because sometimes you kind of want to be able to read that text in case you get any type of errors in the process of your booting. Now let's see what else. This looks nice. We'll grab one of these. Alrighty. And let's see. We'll grab just a couple more. And that's just I gotta grab that one. That one's just interesting. Let's see. What's this one here? Oh, yeah. See, that's thumbnail size. That's too small. We can't go with this. Oh, we have, if you like the anonymous, we can grab one of those and put in there. And it looks like they have several. Just kind of check them out. So, yeah, that's right. I like the first one, not too crazy about the others. Here we go. I like this one. Very interesting. I'm going to grab this one for something else entirely that we are going to go over in a couple more tutorials here that's related to what we're doing now. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that one. Alright, quick glance. I think we're doing pretty good. Here's a Joker wallpaper, it looks like a type of Joker. We'll save that one. You may have seen this one in another tutorial. I'm not actually gonna grab that one. I really don't care for it. Here's a very good one because it's kind of offset to the corner. Let's save that one. And let's see. This is interesting. Oh, that's really tiny. So we're not going to go with that. Glance just a little bit more. See if we see anything that catches our eye. Okay, I believe we're about... Oh, okay, so this is like an international symbol for hackers. If you didn't know that, now you do. Kind of like that. So we're going to grab that one. There's another one there too, a couple more. Game of life. Okay. Any ladies out there, there's you a cool hacker wallpaper. Any lady hackers. And we have them. This is a good one. I like this. This is interesting. Okay, so we're going to save that one. Kind of like that one too. I have an idea of what to use that one for. So I believe we're good. We got some nice ones there. All right. So let's go ahead and close that web browser. Now we are going to go into changing the login screen. Pardon me. Now let me come down out of full screen here for a moment. Give it a second to resize. And I may resize here. There it goes. Okay, so I have a little text file here that I made to basically show you. We don't want to edit. Okay, to show you what we've got here. What we have here is I've written down the particulars of different things. Now we want to do our boot screen. So this is where we need to go. User share images, okay? 480 by 360 pixels is your best. Okay, so we're going to open up our terminal. Alright, so open our terminal here. Let's go back to full screen so it doesn't get confusing for you on that end. There we go. And let me check one other thing because I may want to install some. Yes, I do. Okay, so we have no graphics programs here yet. So I'm going to do that real quick. And you can do that along with me too if you do not, because you will need them. And even for your hacking, you'll need your graphics programs. You'll need to be able to make templates and stuff like that for websites or some man-in-the-middle attacks, and your pseudo credentials, so to speak. But we're going to look for two graphics programs here. Now, many of you may already be familiar with GIMP. They even offer a Windows version, and I think a Mac version too, for that matter. And we're going to select that for installation. There we go, and it pretty much grabs what it needs. There's a lot of other little goodies you can get. About the only other thing I usually grab is I grab the raw filter, so it has the ability to work with raw images, because I do take my own. I dabble with digital photography, and it's nice to be able to work in raw when we can. Alrighty, here we go. And the next program we're going to do, besides GIMP, is we're going to grab Krita, or Krita, however it's pronounced. Here we go. And both of these are pretty much a Linux answer to Photoshop, okay, by Adobe. You can run Photoshop on Linux using Wine or Crossover, but it would be an older version of Photoshop, and honestly, if I can get away with not running a Windows app on here, I'd rather just use my open source applications, and there are plenty of good open source applications for Linux. You just need to look. So we're going to grab Krita, mark for installation. There we go. Now remember I told you I like to grab the filter so it can work with raw images, and I normally grab my ICC profiles. It has to do with printing and such, okay, and your colorization, or colored standardization, I guess we should say. Then we're going to click apply, and we'll let it go through these. Let's go grab the packages here. That's moving right along. Okay, and I'm going to actually go to a pause here for a moment, so you don't have to sit through all this. This will take just a moment. We've been through installation. It's not hard. It's nothing you need to sit through. So we will see you back in just a moment, and we will continue from there. Welcome back. And since I kind of did a pause there and jumped ahead on the recording, if you need to pause the video while you complete your install, feel free to do so. But now if we go down to our graphics area, we see we have GIMP and Krita. Okay, and you can use either one. I prefer using Krita for what we're about to do, but you can use either one. Alright, so let's go in here, and we need to go to an area from the root directory, or actually from the base directory, okay, because there is actually a root directory, as you can see right here, so I don't want to confuse you. We're in the base directory, okay, or the root of the hard drive. Now we're going to move into, whoop, we don't need two of those, there we go, user, share, images, okay, and there we are. Now if we list what's in there, you see there's just one folder. Okay, so CD into desktop base. You can use your tab to do autocomplete like I just did. Alright, and here we are. Now we have several different backgrounds here, okay? Now the one we're concerned with is desktop grub. Okay, so we're going to change that boot screen. And let's, now we're in that directory, so I'm going to actually go to another workspace. And we're going to open up our graphics program. And like I said, I prefer Krita, so I'm going to open that up. And while that's opening, we're going to go to Pictures. Not in Pictures, maybe it's in our regular home. Yep, oh, in regular home directory. And open up our Wallpaper directory there. Have that handy. Pardon me, sinuses really give me a bad time. And I'm going to bring this, open it up a little bit. Now, if you can't grab the bottom corners of your windows, it's dependent on the theme. The default theme for Parrot only lets you grab the top two corners. But the other day in the tutorial, you know, we went over tweaking and customizing your theme, and I chose a different one. And this one, it just so happens, gives me the ability to grab the bottom corners also, which is very handy. So, but now we're going to look through here and let's blow them up a little bit. I'm going to zoom in, and you see you have a shortcut key there too. You can use. I'm just using the mouse. Open it up just a little bit, and let's kind of go through and decide what we want for our boot screen. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Kind of like that. That would be a nice little tribute. This would be cool. Won't be able to see the writing though if we get any errors or anything as well on that background, so I don't think I'll choose that one. These could be interesting if you want to deter someone from messing with your computer. You might want to put something like this on. Department of Homeland Security, FBI, CIA, I think I have all those downloaded. That's an interesting one. One from the Matrix. There's an NSA one, that would be interesting. So we have several cool ones here. The old Evil Core. So, alright, so let's do this. I think that we are going to go with F Society, just because I think that's neat. Yeah, I kind of like that. Alright, so we're going to just drag and drop it into Krita. And we can minimize that window now. And I'm going to open this up a little bit. And you can use your mouse wheel to resize the image. So I'm going to size it down a bit, and you're going to see why in just a moment. Okay, so the next thing we want to do, well actually, you know what, I'm doing this backwards. Let me show you an easier way. Getting back to our terminal. I apologize for that. Let's copy the image we need to work with first. So we're going to do sudo cp for copy. So that's super user do copy. Then we're going to tell it what image to copy, or what file. And we're going to go with desktop grub, PNG. And we are going to copy it to home. Now this is test dummies place. We want it to be on the desktop. And we're going to give it the same name. Okay. So then when we hit enter, and we put in, I may have messed up that. There we go. We put in the password, hit enter, and then you see we got our boot screen over there. And you're going to be familiar with this boot screen. We open it up. You see, there it is. And notice the size, 640 by 480. So that's what we're going to want to go with. Okay. 8-bit. Okay. Preferably indexed. And now is when we're going to use Krita to make the magic happen. So with Krita, let's first open Okay, home, test, whoop, right there, desktop, and there's our image file. So we're grabbing it right off the desktop. Here's what we're doing. We're just going through the file system to grab it, open. All right, and here's our image. So now what we're going to do is we're going to grab, let me move this over here so you can see it. There we go. And I know you've seen this when the system first boots up, you know, kind of boring. You know, we want to make it more exciting, personalize it a bit. So we're going to open our wallpaper here and grab the one that we selected and just drag and drop that, and it's going to give us a auto menu. We're going to choose insert as layer. Now here's why we were backing out. What's happening here is the image we place is much larger than the original image that we're working on. So we're going to choose this little tool here, the transform layer, or a selection tool. Click on it, and now we have handles to work with. Let's shrink it down some more. See how big it is? Now the cool thing is, I'm going to grab the corner, is it will snap to the edges if you very gently get it there, so it becomes the exact size that you want. If it's kind of elongated, you know, you can resize the image and go through all that, but we're going to do it quick and easy today. And now we're going to select layer, and we're going to flatten the image so that this becomes the image named desktop. Okay, desktop grub PNG. All right, minimize it out of the way. Now if we go back to the desktop here, you'll see that this is a root owned file because it has a little lock on the corner. So I'm going to go ahead and open a terminal right here on the desktop just to do this quick and easy, and we're going to say sudo chown root desktop grub PNG. Enter. Let me in 1 2 3, and there. Okay, and normally that should change your permission, but it doesn't look like it's affecting this one. But that's okay. There are other ways to do it, but that's all right. We're not too concerned with that because we're going to work around it anyway. All right, so now we're going to save this file. So honestly, all I'm going to do is I'm going to close it. And I'm going to say yes, save it. And I'm going to tell it, put a 1 on there so it won't give me a conflict with the original. I'm going to choose indexed, otherwise I'm going to leave everything here the way it is. And click OK. And then here we have our new file. So there's our new one. Alright, now we just got to make it do something. No problem. We're going to go back over to our workspace here where we already have the terminal in the correct folder we need to be in. Alright, so let's clear it here and so we can get rid of confusion. Let's rename first. I don't want to delete it, just in case we have an issue or something, or we want to go back. We don't want to delete that original file. What I'm going to do is say sudo move mv, okay, and then we're going to choose the name of that file, and then we're going to choose the name of that file again, only this time we're going to do .old onto it. So it's actually going to change. Well, we're not really moving it, we're actually telling it change the name of this file to this name. Okay, so we hit enter, and now if we do a listing, you see it's changed the name of it to .old. Okay, so now we want to copy our new file here over to this directory. So once again, sudo, okay, and then we're going to say copy home test, and yes, I'm using the tab for autocomplete. Okay, desktop grub 1.png to desktop grub.png. So here, see, we're actually copying it from the desktop to this directory and changing the name to what it needs to be at the same time. All right, hit enter. Now if we list the files, we have a desktop grub image again. And I'm going to go ahead and Termon. And we didn't really need to make it executable. I'm sorry, I meant the char own, but that'll also make it root as owner, so we'll just leave it at that. It's not important. Goodness, let me see. I'm going to do it anyway. There we go. Okay. All right, so now we are going to update our grub so that this works. So sudo, and it's exactly like I said, update -grub, and hit enter. And it's going to go through the configuration file and see it reads our image there. Only this time it's reading the new image. Okay. So then we can exit our terminal by typing exit. And we can delete this file because, you know, we've got the old original still in the directory, so it's not important. And we'll go ahead and empty the trash. Very good. And we can keep this one if we want. Let's do this. Let's see. Screens. And inside screens, we're going to create boot screen, because that's what this is, right? We'll just drop it in that folder. There we go. All right, so now let's take a look at the new boot screen that we have, shall we? We're just going to restart the system. Now, if you didn't update Grub, it's not going to show at all, okay? You have to update Grub. That's very important. So we hit that. Whoop. We don't want you to do that. We want you to restart. Come away from that. Shrink it down some. Okay. May not give us this option through the... There we go. So we're going to hit restart. And look at that. We have our new boot screen. Isn't that cool? All right. So I will also do a tutorial on changing your lock screen and your animation screen, which is this screen right here. We can fully customize that if we want. Also, so I will be having separate tutorials on those too. Alright, so that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial and learned a little something to further customize your box to look really cool. And we will catch you next time.